Welcome back. Our conversation continues now on Stop and Frisk. All week we've been asking you for your comments at home. We want to share a couple now with the panel and get their takes on it. First, Firehorse 1200, or Owen Flanagan by another name, wrote in, "Can you imagine how they'd be howling for Bloomberg's head if Wall Street executives were stopped and asked to empty their pockets?" Mr. Chairman, the double standard, certainly, I can understand people feeling the double standard there. It does seem like there are certain people who are allowed to get away with some things, but do you get that? I asked this of Tamika at the very beginning of the show. If these were black police officers stopping and frisking white citizens in predominantly white neighborhoods, wouldn't there be outrage?
Different crimes. I remember Rudy Giuliani, when he was the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District, sent in the people to arrest Goldman Sachs partners in their offices, cuffed them there, and dragged them out.
And there was an outcry.
And the fact
Giuliani.
is, they didn't commit a crime, and they were acquitted.
Right, they were later acquitted
so,
or charges
look,
dropped.
different crimes, different places.
Do you see a double standard at all?
I agree. I think it depends where the crime is occurring. I mean, if Wall Street bankers in Brooks Brothers suits and ties were running around the street committing crimes, I think that they would be stopped and frisked.
You bet.
I'd see it's a double standard in thinking.
All right, we're flipping through some of the different reactions that we've had, so you've had a chance to read along at home as we're going. But if we can go back to Michael Grazer's comment, I just want to put that back up for one more second, if we could. There it is. He wrote in, I think it works and is for the general welfare of all. Dominic, you agree with that? You think stop and frisk works to the general welfare of all?
I have a problem with the entire concept of stop and frisk because we're acting like this is something new that was started under Giuliani. Stop and frisk, to Bill's point, has been around before we were born. You were maybe one, Mr. Chairman, at the time.
but not at these numbers. And
not at these numbers. And I'm not making a joking matter of this because this is something that's very serious. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. If you are of the majority community, or if you're white, you don't see anything wrong with this for the most part. And no offense, because you're not the one up on the wall. Your son is not the one up on the wall. As I've been saying, it's for a black male, you've got a better chance of being stopped and frisked by the NYPD than going to college. And there's something, let me change that. Sure. You got a better chance of being stopped by the NYPD, stopped and frisked, than finishing high school. Because look at the high school numbers, where 50% of the kids are dropping out. Something is wrong with that formula.
But I think the question is for that person. I understand the subjectivity of it and how that might feel. But I think the core question is, what might that neighborhood be like that person stopped and frisked be otherwise? If the policy didn't exist, what would that neighborhood be like? And I think we've seen that. We saw that in the early 90s and late 80s. We saw what happened with the neighborhoods in New York. It was a war zone.
Therein lies the dilemma. Because you do have a legitimate point there.
I hear you too on yours.
All right, well, just because the week is coming to a close.